Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, then just welcome. So today we're going to talk about this Twitter post that I came across. And this person that posted this video is very pro Aboriginal. They talk about Aboriginal history all the time. And I also seen them post videos and photos of different melanated people around the world. So they are very aware of the presence, the global presence of melanin, which is beautiful. And I think that a lot of people forget that melanin is indigenous to the whole planet. Therefore, melanated people are indigenous to the whole planet, not just necessarily an area, but however, Aboriginal people do have the right to claim ties to their land, especially land that they have owned and been in custody for thousands, if not millions of years. So this man posted a video of this TikToker asking people questions on the street, and he comes across this African couple. And when he first asked where they from, they said Brooklyn. But however, later in the video, until he asked them what their favorite meal is, then they wanted to admit to being West African and things of that nature. So the man that posted this, he was very upset. And he was like, why not just come out and say this from the jump? Why sit here and pretend to be a part of the culture when you're not really a part of Aboriginal culture like that? And the comment section was very interesting. And I'm going to show y'all the video in the comment section because I want people to understand what is happening right in front of us. And look, you can sit here and be like, oh, well, all skin folk is kinfolk. Y'all are just being divisive and so have you. But I think a lot of quote unquote Black American people or you melanated people that been here prior to 1960 forget that when Africans were coming over here, they were trying to separate themselves from us all while trying to lower the status that was pretty much already lowered in society for us, but they really reshaped how the world view us and how we are identified in a political spectrum. Because I don't know if y'all realize, but there were African immigrants that were coming over in the 1960s and changing a lot of things for Aboriginal people. And that's why the segregation happened, because these Africans was coming over and was trying to get rid of segregation, and they were convincing other Aboriginal people and saying, oh, well, we don't need to segregate, we all need to be integrated. But yet they coming from their homeland spewing this narrative to us, talking about how we need to be more integrated, but yet their stuff is being ran through by pale people. Now, with our case at that time, we still owned a lot of the things that belonged to us, but it wasn't until these you melanated Africans were coming over and spreading false narratives. And no lie, they did succeed in what they wanted to do. The Boule Society very did succeed in what they had going on. And even though there are some indigenous people who are Freemasons, there are Africans who are Freemasons as well. So we have been seeing this time and time again. And also with the Boule Society too, there's also a lot of biracials in the Boule Society, setting things up for Aboriginal people, basically setting us up for failure. So what people fail to realize is that Africans been played a part into Aboriginal people downfall, whether it was through colonization and them playing a lackey role to the pale people or not. But Africans have been playing a big role when it comes to Aboriginal Americans and our culture. And see, the thing is, now Africans are trying to sit here and say that, oh, well, we're not indigenous because we're like them, and really they're trying to attach themselves to us and what we got going on. Because I don't know if y'all are realizing, but there are Africans going around talking about how they are indigenous and how they're mixed with Aboriginal and so on have you, but yet they're being exposed for being African. So this is just what's happening, and we have a lot of Africans that are coming over here being anchor babies, and they're first generational immigrants, and they're trying to get citizenship over here, but yet also trying to ish on Aboriginal people. Because I want y'all to pay close attention, because one minute is Aboriginal people don't have a culture, but then the next minute it's, oh well, we're all black, we're all African, why can't we just embrace the same thing? So I'm going to show y'all the video in the comment section, and I'm going to come back with further commentary.
How y'all doing today?
Good, we good.
What's your names, where you guys are from?
I'm Ali. This is my wife Ice. We from the Boogie Down Bronx.
Ooh, the BX is in the house. Damn. Damn. That's how y'all doing it?
Yeah, that's how we doing it.
Like these fits. Describe it for us today.
So I'm wearing my own brand. This is my own leather brand.
Ooh.
From Ali Kamara. I'm a stylist and designer.
I like that. This, damn. We see you, brother. We see the accessories too, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, that boy. Ooh, that boy chain. Ooh, and you see the boy. Oh, that boy ain't playing. But we see you too, also.
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
This is La Pointe.
Okay.
It's a French brand.
Okay, don't play with her. He's the stylist. You see him?
He's the designer. He's the
Everything
stylist.
I
He
do.
does it all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you had a styling tip for anybody,
sorry.
right? Oh, excuse me.
Brandon Black Hood.
Oh,
Have
okay.
to support Black designer.
That's-
Black History Month.
Ooh.
It should be all year long.
All
You
year
feel
long.
me? But
Ooh,
have to-
okay. That's how the BX is coming.
That's how the BX coming.
If you guys could give anybody a styling tip, right? What would it be?
Be true to yourself. I mean, the more you know yourself, the more you know your style.
Right.
Don't follow trends, follow you. That's the best thing. Don't follow trends.
I like that. I like that.
yeah.
What's your favorite meals?
Favorite meal?
Yep.
Chef Jen, which is like
I know we're
jollof.
from the Bronx. We also from West Africa, right? So you know, I like that.
He loves.
Mafiako.
You like mafiako since when?
Mafiako. Yeah, we're gonna say.
He
Mafi-
does
Ooh, okay.
He likes yassa, chicken yassa, which is a Senegalese dish.
But
Yassa.
we're going there right now.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Cancer.
Ooh, what about you?
Taurus gang.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys look amazing. Thank you so much. Keep doing your thing.
so much.
Appreciate it.
have seen the video in the comment section, and look, I want to point out this quote tweet talking about, do Black people even have a culture? Because, see, this is what Africans do. They love to mock us. They love to appropriate our culture and then turn around and say, do y'all even have a culture? Black people don't have a culture. Yes, Heffa, we do have a culture, and you are the main ones that are trying to make bank off of it. Because let me tell y'all something. When these foreigners try to come and assimilate their way into Aboriginal American society, the first thing they cling on to is the culture. And if our people are dumb enough to fall for it, then guess who's the next millionaire? That foreigner. Because they sit there and racked up as many fans and supporters. And of course, with those things that come with money. So now these people are banking off of the Aboriginal American experience that they are not. And then when things go down, when things go sour, guess what? They reveal, oh, well, I was just using Aboriginal American people to get what I want. And now I'm in the society I want. So yeah, get over it. This is why it's so important for Aboriginal American people to realize who is on their side and who is not. And like I told y'all guys before, I don't believe that we have allies. I don't believe that we have people who are our friends and allies, because time and time again, people show us their true colors and they show us what they really want from us, which is our support and our money. And yet Aboriginal American people just still don't get it. And I haven't done much research on this African couple, but just by what I have seen is that, for one, they could have just said, oh yeah, we come from Africa. This is what we do. This is what we are. But they didn't start it off like that. They start off as, we're from Brooklyn, and then putting up the Wakanda sign like Wakanda is African. And this is why people confuse Aboriginal American culture with African culture, because Africans are literally the main ones over here appropriating our culture. And then also we have Aboriginal American trying to give Africans credit for the things that we created. But those days are over with. We're not doing that no more. At least I'm not. If you continue to do that, then that's on your dumb ass. But we're not doing it over here. We're not doing that on my channel. Because here's the thing. They can sit here and say, oh, well, we African, everybody African, blah, blah, blah. But yet, why are you appropriating Aboriginal American culture by throwing up the Wakanda sign? Because we all know Wakanda is the great spirit. Wakanda is the great spirit for Aboriginal American people, but yet these people sit here and made a whole movie talking about Wakanda's African, and it's not African. And this is why people feel like things that are Indigenous American origin is African, because Africans are constantly trying to cosplay as American Aboriginal people, and we just can't allow this to go on any further. If we don't have a culture, then why are you copying us then? Why are you copying the things that we do? Why are you trying to imitate rap music? If you don't like our culture, then why indulge in it? And it's because you're money hungry. You probably don't have a leg to stand on in your own country over there. And that's why you moved over here, because your country's falling apart. Your politicians are selling out. And this is why you over here in our spaces trying to act like you down with the brown, when really you're just here to appropriate and take what's ours. And that's why they're constantly over here talking about the Africa theory. We all African. We all come from Africa. Because they know uneducated people, especially Aboriginal American people, who have the birthright to even claim that they're Aboriginal American, but yet they're indoctrinated with that Black talk and with that African American talk. They giving these people validation, and that needs to stop. Because let me tell you something. If you are Aboriginal American and you have ties to our tribes, and you steady try to give away our culture and our identity to Africans, you might as well just go ahead and just stop participating in anything that we got going on, and just go over there to your African mommies and daddies, because at the end of the day, we don't need any foreigners and betrayers to act like we all in the same boat when really it's not. Because we're not going to sit here and pretend like these folks act like they're so superior than other melanated people because they're seen as pure, right? But yet Africans be the main ones mixing in with white people, but yet trying to say that, oh, well, we're the ones mixed. No, you are the ones that created the white people according to y'all, and y'all have been mixing with them for thousands of years. And then you set a cross over here with your white zaddies and your white mamas to colonize what we got going on. Cause see, Africans hate it. They hate it when we bring up that they were African conquistadors. They hate it when we talk about how Africans were coming over here colonizing what we got going on, because they don't want to feel responsible for the self-hatred and white worship they were bringing over into the Americas. Because like I told y'all again, Aboriginal American people knew of Africans. We knew about them. We gave them our crops. We helped them create civilizations. And this is the thanks that we get. We can't even get credit for the things that belong to us, and not necessarily belong to us because the Great Spirit is with all of us. But the thing is, not to even get credit or even acknowledge who we are as people, that's the ultimate slap in the face. And yet, remind you, our people were letting these African slaves chill in our wigwams, and we were sitting over here giving them shelter and helping them with the Underground Railroad. And I know y'all guys don't believe any Africans came over here, but some did. It was not a lot, it was some. And yet the some that we were sheltering, we helped them. And now, after all this time, they forgot about the help that we gave them, and now want to tell us that we self-hating, we belong to them, and this, that, and so forth. And this makes me think, like, should we have even opened our doors to them to begin with? Because these are the people that betrayed us in the ultimate form, in the ultimate fashion. And now they want to talk about how we're all the same, how we just stand the third. Nah, son, nah. Because where was you at when we needed unity? Where was you at when things were come crumbling down, and when your descendants need you? Not Aboriginal American people, but your African descendants needed you. Because ain't it been told that Africans were selling each other into slavery? And yet Aboriginal American people, we were taking in their enslaved ancestors, and this is how they repay us. So this is why I don't really believe in unity. This is why I don't believe in allies, because people forget about the goodness that our people did to make sure that other people were alive, fed, and breathing. This is the thanks we get, that we're self-haters, that we're all Africans, and that we should share the culture and blah, blah, blah. Nah, enough of that. If you cannot respect us as people, then leave. Go back to Africa. Don't even come over here. And for you Aboriginal Americans that be over here allowing this crap, you not welcome over here either. Traders should not be allowed to hang around Aboriginal Americans who are unified and who know themselves. If you are a trader, if you don't value anything that Aboriginal American people are and bring, even though you're an Aboriginal American yourself, don't come over here. Don't. We don't need you. Go over there with your African zaddies and mamas and see how long that turns out, right? So anyway, that's all I have to say about this video, because at the end of the day, people gonna do what they're gonna do. It's obvious that these Africans are appropriating us and cosplaying as our people, and it's up to Aboriginal American people to be hip to this and move accordingly. So leave your comments down below in the comment section. I love y'all guys. Thanks y'all guys for watching, and until the next time, bye.